Hey friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead, and tonight's pantry pull meal is a leftover makeover meal. We're going to have chicken legs, and here is the leftover scalloped potatoes and some leftover garlic carrots. But first, let's prep our chicken. Now, I like to make my own, I'm going to put this in the fridge until we're ready to use it. I like to make my own shake and bake. And this is that new grinder I bought that has 2 cups. One with a double blade, or 4 blades, that makes things finer, and one with a double blade, that only 2 blades, that grinds them not as strong. Now, in here, I'm going to put some of my frozen toasted breadcrumbs. I'm going to say about 1/2 cup, not even 1/2 cup. This is just our homemade shake and bake. No need to buy it. And then, ooh, here comes the good stuff. Oh, nice big, I don't know, teaspoon to a tablespoon of smoked paprika, and garlic, and pepper, about 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now this is what I like about this. It has a lid so that when you do this, it doesn't float about inside the lid. And there it is. Shake and bake. So, put this in. I saved my bread bags. So this is one of the reasons I saved my bread bags. And we're going to get our chicken here. I could probably save that bag and use it for something smaller. But we're going to drop this chicken in here. And this is going right into, look at that, cast iron frying pan. And this is going into a 375 degree oven for 30 to 40 minutes. Yum. We'll be back when we do the rest. All right. Now, we're going to turn on our skillet here. We're going to put in a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. 4 jars always pops. Put them on the back burner there. We're going to put in a packet of onions. Now I've got to say that cutting up and freezing the onions this way in these packages, and you can wash and resave these, makes me use less onions than when I have them in a bag like the peppers. Because in the bag, I just reach in and put in a handful, you see. But I've got the peppers cut up big. When you've got small onions, that's another ball game, isn't it? Open our potatoes and carrots. I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to cut down through them just to make sure they're more of a hashed size. They'll cook faster and go farther. This is the leftover makeover part of our meal. I technically don't even need those green beans for tonight's supper, but I always like to add more veg. You know what I mean? All right, let's get this in here. It's already got mushrooms and some onions and those garlic carrots, which will add flavor. And now we're just going to call this Bubble and Squeak. Now please don't email me and tell me that Bubble and Squeak is just fried cabbage. My dad, my grandparents came from the old country. And my grandmother had told him Bubble and Squeak was leftover fried vegetables. That's why it was called Bubble and Squeak, because it, you know, you never know what it was from one day to the next. Fried cabbage is fried cabbage. Sounds like our chicken is ready. I'm going to take it out and have a look at it. Always double check my chicken. Ooh, that is beautiful. Well, I'm going to turn the oven off. And then I'm going to pop yesterday's pie in. I actually should let it cool down a little bit, or warm up a little bit. I'm going to put my silicone cookie sheet in the oven. And then set the pie on it so it's not hitting immediately hot. There we go. There. I didn't want to put, after Christmas, or after Thanksgiving, I did not want to put a cold pie in a hot oven. Not with that Pyrex pie plate. It's not real Pyrex. All right, let's make up a plate. Cooked to perfection. And a nice helping of Bubble and Squeak. So, there. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So, we're going to cover this up and wait for Howard to come in. And I know you'll get a thumbs up and you're going to see that piece of pie. Yeah, I'm in my chair. My knees are buggered. So that's the leftover scallop potatoes. And I fried them with some peppers and garlic and onions. Now try my shake and bake, because it's a new recipe with smoked paprika.
Shake and bake.
And I helped. Hey, how did everybody like your, thank you darling, your haircut at work? Now, you can't really see the pie under the ice cream here, but it is a beautiful pie. Dried apples came out perfect. Yum. We'll see what Papa thinks. Apple pie and maple walnut ice cream.
Beautiful.
There you go. Thanks, baby. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead saying, there's your pie, and there's your leftover makeover meal. Take care, God bless.